Good day, my bloodlings. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more Dark Cloud 2. We were still working our way through the Rainbow Butterfly Woods, and had finally unlocked one of the necessities of recruiting people. And we were making our way through town, trying to recruit as many people as possible. Alright, I'll show this one. I didn't have time yesterday, I was running short of time, so I didn't want to show off this recruit specifically. But our policeman here, ladies and gentlemen, is actually one of the hardest to recruit because this guy's, what he requires you to do is so strict. Here. Hey Max, you come to try again? Yeah. Sure, I'll give it a try. So he needs you to run back and forth. Don't cheat, give it another try. Sure, I'll try it. He needs you to run to the boat on the lake and get back to him in 2 minutes and 1 second. This is actually really rough to do and requires you basically to perfectly do this. Because just to show you, you have to get to the boat and back, and you need to take every shortcut you can get. Because remember, Max's run speed is fixed. Plus you have to remember where the boat is, which is where I'm blanking at the moment. Yeah, Max's run speed is fixed. So the boat is here. Okay, now hurry back. Note the clock didn't stop. That's why you have the 1 second. The clock didn't stop when you touched the boat. This game is that dickish. The clock doesn't stop, and you have to get back to him. You have to tap it real fast and then get back. Again, you have to take every shortcut you can imagine to get back to him. Oh my god, this still remains one of those. You guys are dicks for this one. Again, Max's run speed is mostly fixed. And more often than not, you're going to get back to him in 2 minutes and 3 or 4 seconds. Especially your first times doing it, it is going to be rough on you. And let's check your time. Alright. First try, goddamn. Yeah. Note he just reaching him and hitting the talk button still doesn't count. You have to mash through pretty quickly to get him to count the time. It's a dickish design that they do. But that's Sheriff Blinkhorn recruited. Let's see. Remember, it's anyone with a unique model, pretty much. Where people won't grant favors to people who are more skilled than themselves. Like the one guy who wants us to fish up a bigger fish in the lake up north. He wants us to do that. Alright. And yes, let's see. Feeling too good lately? I got Dr. Delicum who said there's nothing wrong. I wonder why. Okay. I don't... Yeah, this guy isn't... Let's see... And of course the mayor himself is an option. Let's see... Grumble, grumble. What do you mean? What do you mean, what am I muttering about? I'm trying to remember the combination to the safe. What do you mean, what safe? The safe hidden behind the picture at my office, of course. Ah, you gave me a fright. Oh, blast. I've gone and let out my biggest secret. Oh well, now that you know, maybe you can give me a hand trying to work it out. I've got a big problem because I can't remember the combination for the save. It's a 4-digit number, so I used Claire's birth date thinking I'd never forget it. How could I possibly forget? What a terrible father I am. Alright. A long time I gave her a brooch with a star sign on it. Holly sorted it out for me. I don't remember, but I'm sure it was some 4-legged animal. What kind of birthday presents have I given her? Lots of coats and scarves. There's your hint that it's in winter, so usually 1, 2, or 3. I never know what to get her. It's a real struggle every year. Oh yeah, Claire's birthday was right paid. It's on the day when both burnable and non-burnable garbage get collected. It's my job to put the garbage out in our house. Non-burnable garbage gets collected on days divisible by 7, and burnable, so 21. I get it. Mystery solved. So, I think it's 0121. Yeah, so it's a lot. I kind of remember, but it's... Maybe it's April? So, 04/2020. Yeah, you can't just sit here and keep going. But that... now we're looking into spring. Maybe I have it backwards. 2101? Huh. Star sign. Star sign that is a 4-legged animal. Huh. 21. Like, I'm sure the 21. What am I missing? I mean... it's just weird. Oh, wait. I forgot to count backwards. Okay, so it's probably December 21, right? Oh, right. I just started at the wrong end of the year. Okay, there it is. Okay. Forgot to do the obvious winter month, December. God, having your birthday in December kind of must suck. Because mine's in January, so mine is always, everyone's already broke from Christmas, so you get what you get. December must be just as bad, where it's everyone's like, well, happy birthday, here's an early Christmas gift, because that's what everyone's going to say constantly, and after a while, you kind of like, people just look at people and they go, shut the fuck up, please. Yes, it's an early it's an early Christmas gift, ha 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 ha. Important documents out? Oh, thank you. Important documents that will help Vice Mayor Morton do his job while I'm away. It's a bit of worries. Alright. And there, we got the mayor even to join us. So, I think that's a good chunk of the city what we can do now. Let's see, Portrait of a Bride, we need gold paint. Curiosity, she wants a picture of a rare flower, we can't do that yet. The auction, we need to scrape together a bunch of money. Mullane, we need to upgrade our sword. Fabio wants a fish over 2 feet. Okay. Well, we can do the fish since we're in town. But we're gonna need some extra bait, I think. I think Morton sells bait. We'll go to the general store and double check. The Burbot people only help those who are better, who prove themselves more skilled than themselves. So, because last time we did pick up the fishing. So let's see. Pretty sure he sells bait. I think it's just the meanies. Because the actual bait shop is the kid we're trying to recruit. No, he doesn't. Okay. Otherwise, you kind of just pick up bait as as you do dungeons. Obviously, finding bugs and worms in the middle of a dungeon is not exactly that far-fetched. But we do have some bait on us, so let's at least try. If we don't get lucky, we don't get lucky. Though I do love the whole thing of the translators going, alright, you need to catch a fish about 2 feet in length. Every kid sitting there going, but it's in centimeters. Good luck, kid. I mean, it's not an issue for the newer generations, because they all just Google everything, right? Alright. So, fishing rod. And what baits do we have? Let's just organize till I get my usables up. Oh, I did use them all up, but we do have a banana. Why not? See if we get anything. So how's everyone doing? Just kind of relaxing. Had a busy day at work. We got a bunch of new people, so I have to train them as well as do the job, as well as do several other jobs. And it just kind of gets tiring. Especially when you're constantly doing jobs that, you know, you have to sort out everything that no one else wants to deal with. Yeah, we'll try the apple. Okay, now we'll try the poisoned apple. Well, it worked on the big queer fish. But anyway, know it sucks, but on the upside, at least things are... Yeah, we're heading into the busiest time of year, too. And we are massively short-handed, so I gotta hurry up and teach these new people so I can, you know, get down to being able to do just the work that I absolutely need. Well, the job that's going to be rougher, which is doing all the online orders. Alright. So yeah, looks like we're gonna need regular bait. These oddball baits aren't cutting it here. But, yeah, it's worth at least trying. They did such a great job with, like, the water effects, too. I gotta give them... This game is, especially for a PS2 game, quite beautiful. Though it does make me sad, actually, a game I always have mentally relate to this is Steambot Chronicles. And unfortunately, that's a game I doubt we'll ever get. That they'll ever make a sequel to, or rather, release on the PSN. I doubt it, but it would be a fun game to play. In the meantime... Alright. We got everyone we could, so actually what we'll do is head to Sindane Station, and then we'll get on the train, and I'll show off the abilities of everyone we picked up, because this becomes a critical juncture. Remember, there is a third party member you can bring along, and many of them have some useful abilities. They come in some various forms, like right now we have Borneo. Borneo boosts your item acquisition when you defeat a monster, so he basically boosts the chance for you to get more items. Which is why I've had him tag along and just passively help. There's also people like Eric here, who have specifically activatable abilities. In this case, Eric makes bombs. He can make 2 bombs, and then you can promptly send him back to the train. Bear in mind, when you pick up a party member, typically a good number of them will just disappear. You can have Cedric along, and he gives you bonus points with weapon part upgrades. So what that translates to, is every time you upgrade or level up a weapon, he gives you a few extra points. In addition, he can repair the ride pod, and if you add him to the party, he can repair weapons, the arms of your mech, or refuel it. How you want to use them is up to you, and in the dungeon that can come in a real help. In a pinch, that can be really helpful to suddenly have the ride pod back to full health. So it's up to you how you want to do things. In addition, there is Gordon. You can buy Georama parts from him. View abilities. Gives you bonus attack points on plant monsters, so any plant monster takes more damage, and then we'll sell you Georama parts. So, of course, he sells pretty limited ones: stone, sturdy rock, and rolling log. Generally speaking, Georama parts you're better off buying from Conda on the back of the train. And just to show... Yep, no skill points, just sells you Georama parts. Then we have Ferdinand, who makes premium chicken and will sell you recovery items. So, he sells premium chicken. 120 Gilda pop, but if you add him to the party, you can get several premium chickens. note that you can get 2, and then he's out of skill points. Skill points recover as you go through dungeons. So, honestly, my best use for him is I grab the 2 free chickens and then toss him back to the train. Also, those improved bombs that Eric makes. So good. We've seen that they just one-shot most enemies at this point. That won't always be true, but it's true enough for now. There's Sheriff Blinkhorn. Shows me the monster notes. So if you didn't want to spend the money to the book, recruiting him lets you see it. Up to you. Then there's Adele. She sells fruit. Water fruits. Yeah. Fruits in this game are mostly status debuffs, but God's sake are fairly powerful. So, and then the one healing one, but makes you thirsty. But she sells you water too. Alright, and gradually raises the weapon HP of unequipped weapons. Basically, she sharpens up your swords while you're walking around. So, it's a nice... if you're going to keep switching between Max and Monica a lot, this is a good way to get some extension out of your... she's a great way to get some extra punch out of it. And get some extra durability. And Polly here, proprietress of Polly's Bakery, makes bread. And will sell you ingredients to make bread. But, of course, like with anyone, have some bread. Nice. Thank you, Aunt Polly. Then Mayor Need increases money after you've defeated enemies. So you just get more money. And those medals we've seen that are an option for beating stages in certain conditions, this is what they're for. They allow you to get various items. Costumes, the clown set for Max, the princess set, the princess and panther ensemble for Monica, which, no, she's a kid, no. The princess boots, yeah. Name change ticket. A ticket lets you change the names of characters. For the amount, and you see that they're fairly expensive for the number, because you get 1 medal for each, of these things you accomplish. Yeah, it can get rough. Then our dad, Gerald, he just sells us the one kind of gun, the trumpet gun. But more importantly, his ability gives you bonus points when upgrading guns. He's a hyper-specific, but it is devastating how good the extra bonus points he puts on it. He gives you the most, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, it's only hyper-fixes on guns. Now we also have Priest Bruno, and revives you 1 time from death. And recovery items. So, yep, any status effects you need to recover, as well as holy water to nuke skeletons. And at the party, just to show, revive. And then there's Rufio, gives you bonus damage on undead monsters, and will sell you elements. So yeah, we finally have access to one of the things we've been missing. The basic 4 elemental stones. Specifically the one we've been missing, wind. They're not cheap, but having access to it, finally, was one of the reasons I was so happy to see him. Alright. Get those wind crystals, we'll need them. Yeah. But yeah, we now have access to at least the 4 basic ones through Rufio, so that's at least something. In addition, we have Granny Rosa, makes cheese, and will sell you amulets. Yeah, she just makes cheese. So, and cheese is a fairly good, get some cheese. My cheese just melts in your mouth. There we go. And do not underestimate what she sells. I still love to travel. Amulets. Anti-petrify, anti-stop, anti-curse, anti-goo, antidote. These are fantastic items that prevent status effects from really hitting you. And they'll break eventually, but that's still, you know, having an anti-poison on both of the characters in an early stage like this, very nice. And we've reached the end of the train with Conda. And no, you're not allowed to walk out the back of the train. Now, as far as... we'll take Mayor Need and get some extra cash, because cash has been what we've been struggling with most. That and wind crystals, but we now have solved that. So, Mayor Need, get in the bag, because we need the money. Alright. So, let's sort ourselves. Okay, so we have lots of healing. Max gets the 10 of the bread. Monica gets the other. Let's see, she's got one antidote. I'm going to take that off. And you can go there. Put the other antidote on Max. There we go. Bombs we have in case we need them. Okay. Alright, so we're all equipped for that, and that's most of the people we can recruit for now. Obviously, more things will unlock as the story progresses, but we've by and large gotten who we can. And with those people we have recruited, we now need to make houses for people to now live here. So, let's see. Make, not the Furbit's house. Straw house. Nope, we need more bundles of hay. Wooden house. Nope, we need more rolling logs. Okay. So this is as good a time as any to head over to Rainbow Butterfly Woods and do some of the new stages. The Grotesque Spider Lady. We are prepped. Let's go. After all, when you need materials, there's two ways to go about it. Money, or just scavenging. Alright. Time to get to work. Yeah. The titular Spider Lady. Yep, they heal themselves. There we go. Not the worst. Got her. Yep. There we go. Regen's great and all, but we got through that. Actually, we should be using Monica. What am I saying? We need to upgrade her sword a second time so we can get Helene. So, yeah, we need to upgrade her sword, so let's work on that. Found the exit already. Yay, more power crystals. Love to see it. Yep. And how's everyone doing? I'm just happy to relax and enjoy a game for a bit. I work retail, so I work the closest thing to hell on earth. Mostly because I've at least figured out what annoys me about most of humanity, or at least most of the people Oh, here we go. Hang on, before I get to that. Hunter foxes. Yep. Yeah, don't think you're safe just because you're close. They actually have a close range whack. That comes out pretty damn fast. Yeah, that comes out faster than you think it does. Grotesque Spider Lady and her husband. Exploding? Yep, it was exploding, of course, because the game is spiteful. But anyway, at least I figured out recently what it is that bothers me about a lot of... Because I live in America, and something has always been bothering me about the way so many people talk and act. And it's truly that I think, at least the way I see it, a good chunk of people seem to believe there's an unheard laugh track following them at all times. Like, I've come to despise the concept of sitcoms because so many people seem to believe they're living one, and that everyone else is just secondary characters to them being the important. And picked up a petite fish, which is a bait item, so that's nice. Nope, bread inside, but we can't have any more. And, well, Max is... Go ahead. But yeah, that's what... I finally understand, that's what bothers me, is the way so many people just talk and act as if there's a unheard laugh track specifically for them. And it just, now that I understand it, I can hear it, it's like, it really does tend to get to you. Anyway, let's see. Alright, Monica's sword. What are we building up towards? Flame and lightning. Should have plenty of those. Yep. We got 3, so... Flame, lightning, or... Smash, beast, and scale. I mean, I have plenty of materials, so... And we'll go one of each. Okay, that was enough scale, so I just need Smash and Beast. Yeah, we'll do one of each. Wow. And Beast, let me guess, I'll be just short even with the 1 crystal. See it. No, that's actually enough. Okay, so now we can spend the rest of the level ups while we wait for attack to jump for Flame and Lightning. Because attack will eventually hit the limit either way, automatically. So best to use the synthesis points to get the extra damages, because you're covering a broader range of damage you can hit with. Like, there's no negative, and you don't hit enemies to heal them. You never will do, you know, negative damage and heal an enemy. Yeah. You'll notice that there were 2 hits on that downward slap of theirs. That's because there is. It's 2 hits, and both of them hit surprisingly hard. Yep. But yeah. But now that I understand what it is that bothers me, it kind of, the more and more I hear it, the less and less I care about so many of these people, because basically the idea that, you know, I'm in a sitcom and everyone else is these secondary characters and I'm so witty, it's like, no, most of you aren't. Tigris and Tigris. Well, I wonder what its weakness could be. Can't possibly be Beast. Yeah, they're big, so you would think you might want to pull out the mech on them. Nope. This I'll pull the mech out on. Yep. Yeah, no, the King Mimics are just annoying. Fighting them with one of the kids, it just remains an annoyance, so I don't suggest it. Ow. Curse, so I can't switch weapons, but that's not a huge deal anyway. But yeah, it was just one of those things you realize and kind of just sit there and go, huh, okay. That's the way I personally feel. Another level up. So flame and lightning, right? Yep. Let's go. Yeah, we'll do the all 3 flames. Because I'm sure they needed like 12. Yeah, they're gonna need like 12 or 20. Like 12 flame, 12 lightning. Either way. Yep, we're just building up our weapons, getting a little stronger every day. And missed the one loop back toward the beginning. But that's kind of fine, because it leaves us real close to the entrance and exit anyway. But yeah. Now that it kind of, then again, I'm the sort of person, I stopped watching regular TV. I mean this literally decades ago at this point. I stopped watching regular TV because I found it boring. Sitcoms especially, like, make no mistake, growing up I did watch stuff, I even watched stuff like Seinfeld, where the sitcom of sitcoms. But at the end of the day, I felt like there was a point where it just stops being interesting and funny. Because nothing is progressing, nothing's changing, everything is just the same old, same old. And I don't find that appealing. There you go. And that's why I'm careful about that smack. Because that smack is what's going to get you killed more often than the friggin' shot.
Looks like we got them all.
But yeah, just one of those things that kind of sticks with you when you realize it. Turtle Shell Hammer! Yeah, every now and then you can get a new weapon. And it only can build up into one specific style. And much like Monica having a one- and two-handed blades, Max does have various more heavy hammers versus wrenches, which are his faster weapons. Little things like that. Alright. And the saw blade. There it is. Alright. And off we go. And last floor is a white seal. The Rainbow Falls entrance. Alright. And once again, this awesome music plays. And our challenge this time on a white seal, you can't restore status or cure abnormal status or heal. I'm hitting square on the food. I can't do anything. This is a fantastic place to use seals. So if you have a bunch of seals, just leave them in your equip slots. They automatically work. So they can help prevent that if you know if a particular status is common. And yep, Sonic Boomers right off the bat. Now the other trick to this on healing, you don't heal the ride pod. You So, refueling it and getting it back in the fight, a white seal is usually the best place to start getting experience for Steve. That would be my suggestion. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. No, you mentioned those protector crystals improve durability. I haven't seen you really use them too much. Yeah, don't worry about that right now. Trust me, I'll get plenty of use out of them later. But in the meantime... Yep. Nice. Yep, might as well get some experience, try and get Steve leveled up. So yeah, my suggestion is, generally speaking, with the seal levels, especially the white one, just bring the ride pod out. It's usually the safest way to do things. It was a poison trap. Okay. Now, what's the downside to this? Yep, anti-goo. But note, the poison got through our antidote to the talisman. And yes, even if Max is actually poisoned, he doesn't lose HP if he's riding the ride pod. And we got the fairy saw, so we can leave at any point. But to break the seal, I believe you have to kill all the monsters. So, on you. If you're in a desperate situation and you've got 1 HP left, use the fairy saw and bail and come back later, stronger, better. Otherwise, there's ways around it. Two wind crystals. Big bulls. Bread inside, but you can't carry anymore. And we can't eat any because there's a white seal on this level, so... Thankfully, repairing and refueling, again, don't count as the same thing. And riding the ride pod does make you immune to status effects. So, that's one of the biggest things the ride pod has, is it is immune. Yeah, you can see we take damage even blocking the effect of the sonic boomer. all the magic crystal. And over here. That it? Or is there a mimic around? Well, we'll find out soon. There's one more enemy I can see, and we should be all set. Alright, and the last bull. No Toreadors here. Nice, white seal has been broken. So, we can now cure. And I might as well just use the bread. There you go, folks. And with this, we've now reached actually the end of the Rainbow Butterfly Woods. Everything from this point will need to start focusing on... Alright. Well, we did have the one last chest over here, so let's grab that. But basically, we're mostly done at this point. Now we have to do the turtle shell hammer. Half his health. Okay. Not like we don't have a ton of good healing. Anyway. Now that that's taken care of, let's get out of here. And with the seals all broken, we can now basically put this place on farming for resources and materials to make Sindain. So, got a lot of turtle shell handlers. Okay. The other major thing is now that we have all the geostones we could have. And here, just to show it off, the Rainbow Falls. There's this tiny swamp here. There's something kind of mysterious about it. But yeah. Rainbow Falls. Because there's constantly a rainbow due to the way the light refracts on it. Kinda cool. Pretty scenery, but that's about it. So, yeah, and now we can just leave. There's nothing else here. But that's not all we came here to do. Remember, a good part of our quest is our attempt to revive Sindain and build up and rebuild what was lost. So, downloading geostones, hot torch, wooden gate, yep, all these. Alright. So, some of the goals are now more clear. Glowing mushrooms requires Elder Jurek be revived and 10 trees be placed. Then Elder Jurek be revived once Gordon resides in Sindain. Elder Jurek revived, and Adele needs to reside in Sindain, and Polly needs to, as well as 40 culture points. The weapon shop will require Mullane as well. So, we need 10 trees placed and Elder Jurek, so we need a house. Straw house. Still need the hay. Wooden house. Sturdy cloth and rolling logs. So either way, either need hay bundles. Okay, well, how many people have to live here? Let's look at it this way. Their houses are not specified, because there are times that what houses will be here will need to be specified. Okay, so we will need how many? One. So Gordon, Adele, Holly, and Mulaney. So 4 houses. Okay. So we need enough to make, say, 4 wooden houses. A country house made of wood. That seems right. Alright. So we have the sugar cane. We will need 64 rolling logs, 4 sturdy cloths, and 1 glass material. So, let's start with that. Hey, Conda. Need the lumber. And we have 650, so 64 logs. That's going to cost us $12.80. 1 glass material. 4 sturdy cloths. Yep. Okay. And then the lumber. Okay. So what can I sell that'll go for a decent price? Ride pod fuel. Let's see. Oh, the turtle hammers. I'm not going to use them. The weapons, yeah. Turtle hammers. And the mushy banana. And anything else? The carrots. Okay. The gooey peach. So I think it's 20, so we needed to get up to 80. Alright, 10 short, so another 200 gilda. Let's see. I'll sell 1 frost crystal. Oh, right. What am I doing? The other 2 weapons I don't need. Alright, so 80 log. Perfect. Alright, so we should be able to make 4 houses and start getting people to move in. Not everyone, but at least we'll have enough to get the houses we need. Alright. So, first house. Yep, we can do all 4, but we know it. We have at least the 3 people, right? So we can place 3 houses. 3. So we can move. We know Aunt Polly. Remote. I wish I had a cart to sell. She's being picky. She needs a cart. Okay. All right. So she wants a cart, so we need to make that. We're missing a wind element. Of course. Well, how about moving in here? Adele. Not Adele. No, it was Adele. And Gordon. I'm a gardener. Plants are like children to me. So, you want plants? So, fruit tree? Thorn trees? Didn't we need... Did they specify... 10 trees placed. Okay. So, fruit tree... And thorn trees. So we'll do... fruit trees around. Okay. Thorn trees. Nice. Okay. So how about now, Gordon? Nice. There's been a future change in the future. Maybe something will happen. Alright, Adele is here. Let's see. Alright. So, Gordon is here. Adele, 30 culture points obtained. Right. And we get culture points for adding all sorts of little details. So, like the wooden houses, or effects to them. So, iron chimney, for example. So if we add an iron chimney to each house, alright. That adds culture. So, yep, and that gets us up to 37, 30 culture points. Poly, yeah, because we need the cart. So let's go grab a wind real quick. There's been a change in the future. Maybe something will happen. Let's just grab a wind element quick so we can make a cart to get Polly here as well. Trust me, this is where we start to get into some of the really fun stuff, because the next thing we're probably going to end up doing is another run-through of Rainbow Forest. Earth, water, chill, thunder, wind. To build up our resources as well as our weapons. Alright. Yeah. I don't know, this game has always been a lot of fun. It's a lot of back and forth and a lot of figuring things out, but it's a lot of fun to me. And trust me, the building requirements will get a lot more intricate as time goes on. Right, scraps of metal. Oh, then I'll break down... Up. One of them. And break it. So it should give me enough to make the cart. Nope, I'm down one scrap of metal. Screw it, we'll go to the future. We'll start with this. Elder Jurak, the Great Tree.
Who woke me? Somehow I feel like I've slept for a long time.
Jurak, we need you to tell us something. We need to know about a being called Emperor Griffin. We suspect he's a terrible monster who's taken over the forces of darkness. He's been playing with reality across the different eras. I don't know what his true goal is, but if we let him keep at it, the whole world may disappear. He even erased you, Jurak, by destroying your origin point. We've got to stop him, or there's no telling what will happen. Jurak, I hear you've been reincarnated many times, but you keep the memories of your ancestors from the distant past. Isn't that right? So somewhere in those vast memories, you should be able to remember everything that's ever happened on this planet. You must remember something about Griffin. Who he is, where he is. Please tell us, Jurak. We must know.
Thank you for info,
Griffin. Let's see. I'm afraid I don't remember. I'm truly sorry.
Maybe he wasn't present?
My memories must not all be back yet, I guess.
Nope, not that easy, kiddos. But what we did just get is a ton of goodies. Fruit of Eden. Like you saw in the cutscene, 4 wind crystals, yeah. These tiny treasure chests are worth every bit of effort. Fruit of Eden, Witch Parfait, Potato Pie, Fruit of Eden. Let's see, that all of them for the moment? Think so. Alright. By the way, don't forget, snap pictures of... Alright, so nothing he can remember at the moment, but don't forget to take pictures. Jurak. Furbits. Puriel. You know what I've been doing all this time? I just can't see me. That's a pretty nifty outfit, do say so myself. Yep. So the tailor shop's there, but we're not quite there yet. And yeah, your third person is always in the cutscene of transferring back and forth. There's been a change in the future, maybe something will happen. Yeah. But, let's see, so, our defense values are just about to increase. Monica still has the edge, but not by much. And one thing we're going to do is now use them to balance out their HP. I don't know, you can specialize in one character or the other. You have both characters. I feel like just balancing their HP works out better for you. Monica having a slight defense boost is nice enough. Oh, right, and don't forget, take pictures of the things you build, because they can be materials and ideas as well. Especially the unique ones. They can be very much useful in materials. Alright. Alright. So that's taken care of. Now let's see. Alright, so let's see what right, we needed more scrap metal. But I think more than anything, we're gonna go do another run through of Rainbow Butterfly Whoop. Yeah. And yeah, boss room. But how do we get the boss to appear is your big question. Alright. Now let's see. The other major thing is... How am I looking on bait? I've got 2 minis and 2 petite fish. Let's try... Let's take a minute, let's go to the palm brink, see if we can't do some fishing in the pond up to the north of the town, and see if we can't catch something big. Do a little fishing before we do some bludgeoning. Because we A, need money, B, need materials, and C, need levels. All of which are all solved by doing more time in the dungeon. You'll especially, there is of course a hidden extra medallion option that comes from doing various other projects, so there's one more major minigame that'll come across for later, but we don't get that for a little bit. Now, fishing, put them on the hook, and let's see what we get out in the pond. Yeah, it's a bit luck of the draw, but... Oh, something biting early. Got it. Tension get too high, and you'll make it through. Follow the direction it wants you to pull, and you'll lower its tension. Just don't hold it. Just tap. Baku 47 centimeter Baku Baku. Not what we're after, but might as well keep trying. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's because this is the way you have to approach this game. This was a game designed and made with the mentality of you're just going to take your time and not everything's going to be fast-paced and constant action. Downtime to go do something, or downtime to take away from all the tense fighting. It's the reason the city building exists, in my opinion. Oh, this one's relatively small. It's not pulling on my line as hard. That was 50 centimeters. Decent size nonke. And we've got some petite fish, so we'll try those next. But yeah, as far as I can ever tell, this is mostly just a random selection, so I don't know if there is some secret area that would give you a guarantee. As far as I'm aware, there isn't. It's just random chance. Really? Nothing for the petite fish? try a different spot. As far as I'm aware, there's no major difference. Oh, getting a hit. Alright. Ooh, this might be a big one. Yeah, because I'm barely tapping it. This tension is jumping. Yeah, no, this must be a big one. Well, actually big size, but at the very least it's a fighter. Oof. Yeah, no, that's rough. There. Don't get overzealous. The last bit's the part where things can go wrong the most. 65 centimeter Baku Baku. We got him. Nice. He's about to make for some good eating. Call it 50 centimeter baby, you're nowhere near. Oh, he wants you specifically to catch a Nonky. I was gonna say. So you have to catch a bigger Nonky than him. Oh well. Well, we'll try one more time. Okay. So he specifically wants you to catch a larger Nonky than him. Now, we'll cast in and see if we get lucky. Still, 50 centimeters was still respectable, and we got a pretty nice fish. And again, they can turn into money or free healing. So, fishing is overall respectable and useful in this game. And there is other things you can do with it later. Believe it or not, but we'll get to that when we get to it. The grip Max has with the reel, I will always find funny. Because they really did poise his fingers like he's pinching the reel. So he's not holding it and reeling it in with like his whole hand. He's pinching it with like 2 fingers and just reeling it slowly in. Getting much here. Hey Mars, I'm doing alright. Just enjoying a spot of fishing. And it is morning for me. I'm on the east coast of the US. So in case you're ever curious, yeah, most of my streams take place during the morning. Because I do it before I have to go to work. And how are you doing, Mars? Yeah. Nope. Nothing. Okay. Let's try over here. We're getting a hit. Here we go. Fish. Ooh, this is a heavy one. It's least resisting. Yep. By the way, love your icon. It's adorable. Alright. Just reel it in, be patient. Generally speaking, in this game, fish, once you get the hit, can't really escape. So be patient. Don't get overzealous. Well, we're playing as Max, a kid from the town of Palm Springs. 72 centimeter Baku Baku. Nice. Unfortunately, our buddy here only recognizes Nonkeys. So, yep. We play as Max, a kid from the town of Palm Springs, who basically discovered that his world is largely being wiped out by a being known as Emperor Griffin, who has been going through time to undo the world in the looking out for a Atlamelia stone, the red stone around Max's neck here, and which was apparently a family heirloom. Max basically now is on an adventure to see the outside world of his hometown, as well as to find his mother, who is supposedly missing. And from there, it's he's been working, and so in the course he's being helped out by Monica, a princess from the future who has come to the past to undo all the damage and try to make the world to try and fix her future, to restore it to what it once was. From there, it's dungeon delving and building up towns, helping people, and just in general, having a big old grand traditional adventure. It sounds silly when you describe the story, but it's meant to be. It's relatively lighthearted. Alright, and how much do the fish sell? 50 apiece. Okay, if they sell for 50 raw, and if I cook one... Okay, if I cook them, are they worth more? No, they are actually worth less if you cook them. Still, it's money. They pay more for fresh fish. Good to know. Alright. Actually, while we were there, I probably should have, bought the scrap metal we needed for the cart. Honestly, this game has a ton of side things you can do. Max, being mechanically able, actually can invent and make all sorts of items. You can invent and make all sorts of items. Monica has an ability we haven't gotten to yet. We have this, As far as characters go, for playable, we have Max himself armed with wrenches, hammers, and such, as well as a gun. Monica, who uses swords of one or two-handed nature and magic armbands. And the Ride Pod, our walking mech tank. Well, at the moment it's rolling, but you get the idea. And so far, we have the town of Palm Springs. Charming gun, I know. We'll head to Sindane, so we can move Polly in. Yep, there's been a change in the future. But before we work on that, cart. And it's this house. Okay. So, no, I'll play older, newer. I'm not particular. It's basically if a game will interest me. And we can move at Polly in. I play whatever I feel like at the time. That's basically my general rule of thumb. Alright, and we've restored 60% of Sindane. We just need a few more culture points. So, let's see, what else can we do? Water wheel would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, that should get us some culture points. Yep, that got us something. That's up to 40. Which means we are up to restored 70% of the future. Note, though, Elder Jurek's branch restored is missing something, and there's another condition at the back. Melaine Ramzan. Yeah, we're still missing Melaine and Elder Jurek's branch restored. Still, yep, there will be a change in the future. So let's go see. Remember, Jurek couldn't remember anything about Emperor Griffin, so maybe now he'll remember? Now that we've restored more of the past. And our magic stone lets us transport 100 years in the future. Sandwich and Taylor.
Master Jurek! Master Jurek, do you know about the rainbow butterfly?
Let me see.
Unfortunately, that is one thing. This is an old PS2 game. I can't alter the volume in this game. It does not have a volume option, unfortunately. Because this was back when, on PS2, they would just tell you, turn the TV down. Alright. The worst part is, the best I could do is basically, yeah, no, trust me, that's something I've been frustrated with. I wish there was a way, because just turning up my microphone sensitivity will just blow out, your eardrums even more than trying to just adjust. Like, I could up the sensitivity of my mic, but I'm afraid of blowing out all your eardrums. Because I tend to keep my mic relatively low so my volume doesn't carry over. Like, just to see. Does this help a bit? Can you hear me a little clearer now? It's one of those things I can't really tell. And I'm afraid of, blowing out your eardrums every time I take a breath.
Rainbow butterfly. I've heard of it.
Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me. I try to be amenable to understanding and helping you guys out whenever.
It's a very rare monster, but it's not
so. It's just a really nice butterfly.
We'd like to meet it if possible. What should we do?
They like Lafrecia flowers. You'll find the butterfly where the Lafrecia grows.
Aw, okay.
Really? Please, tell us, where does that flower bloom?
Now there, I'm not sure. If they're not in bloom already, you'll have to make them bloom.
Well, that makes sense.
Make them bloom? Ourselves?
Gardening.
Here, I'll give you this.
So yes, he did just snort it at us. The Lafrecia seed.
Plant that in the woods, and a bud will grow. But it takes more than that for a flower to show.
Aw, cute.
You'll need sundrops.
Oh?
Sundrops?
They have the power to speed the growth of green things.
Like you?
Where can we get them?
It's a kind of sap the monster Himara produces. You'll have to ask Himara.
Which are flower monsters we've seen in the beginning. Of course, this game did come after, so you can very much see the inspiration there.
Hang on. Ask a monster? That's nuts. How can we talk to a monster?
How indeed?
You must think of that yourselves.
We obtain the badge box. To get a Sundrop, the first thing you need is something that will enable you to speak with the Himara. Obtaining this item is connected to Georama development somehow. Work on your Georama and then check out Jurak's future world. In other words, come back later. But first, we do have more tiny chests, which get us some amazing items. That garnet is actually one of the best items we could get. Let's see, any other tiny chests around? Again, they give you rare materials, and they're rewards for filling out the Georama. Let's see, that's all good. In other words, we have to leave here and come back. But we did, with Polly here, we did unlock the eatery. Nope, not available yet. Okay. So yeah, as you might suspect, this new item we picked up, the badge box. First, the garnet. The garnet, when spectrumized, gives you for 1 point 10 chill, 10 exorcism, and 10 scale. These gems are fantastic for upgrading your weapons. We did get the Lafrecia seed, as well as the badge box for collecting badges that transform you into monsters. This is one of the most time-consuming things about this game, is you can level up monster forms. It is a slow process though. And yeah, basically because we've upgraded the Georama, the town enough, we're able to come right straight back. And new cutscene.
Welcome. My store is now open. Come in. Don't be shy. We have some rare monster transforming badges in for the grand opening.
Hint, 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 hint.
You'll buy one, won't you?
Hint, 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 hint. Yeah, this game has a major focus on, boost the economy, do it. Anyway, so this is a tailor, so you can also get the extra optional outfits. Now, one of the several other things this sells that will help you out. First, the Himara badge, which is fantastic, but these two right here, the Indestructible and Dark Coin. The Dark Coin increases the damage of a weapon, but you take damage on every swing. The Indestructible Coin basically doubles the durability, effectively, of every weapon you put it on. This is expensive, but god damn, does this kick ass to make your weapons last even longer. This is expensive, but this is what you want to put on every weapon you can. Now, the Himara badge is what we need to continue the story. But remember, we had someone who wanted gold paint. Parn, one of the people back in Palm Brinks. So, in other words, yeah, this is one of those games where money is a premium and you're gonna find great uses for it. By the way, Garnet sells for 500 gold. It's still more useful to use on the weapons. I'm sorry, it just will be more useful. So, the other way to make some good money, Eric made us bombs, remember? They sell for 150 a pop, and you get 6 from him. Now, the gift capsule here is an expansion on the mechanic. Basically, you give a monster something they like, and they'll theoretically give you the transformation badge. So, well, usually you have to give it to them, then you beat them up, and then you get it. So, Monica can now transform Himara. In lore, it's a form of magic, so Monica knows magic. That's about all I can give you.
Max, listen.
What?
If I use this badge, I can transform into monsters.
There you go.
I can change myself into the Himara monsters Jurak mentioned. Then we can mix in with them and maybe get our hands on that Sundrop we need.
Got it! Nice! Then we'll be able to make the flower bloom.
So let's go to the forest floor where the Himara monsters show up.
Okay!
It's just a badge, so it's just a common type of magic, apparently, that has been developed in the future. Blurring the line between man and monster. The implications are heavy, but the game kind of just hand waves it away. So, Rainbow Butterfly Woods, and like I said, the Frightening Forest. Like I said, we need money and resources, so here we go. Alright. Now, we'll just keep exploring. Levels are randomly generated, and the level will be changed each time you arrive. So, the dungeon floors and the locations of monsters. Nope, skeleton. We'll switch over to Monica. We need her sword to level up anyway. As you can see, those defense boosts go a long way. Red. Yeah, the magic crystal lets you see where all the chests and monsters are. Nothing. Alright. Normally that Himara would attack us the second we became him, but if we're a Himara ourselves, we can walk up and talk.
I've been getting a lot of sun drops lately. Got so many they're coming out my ears. Take some from me, would ya? Here.
Obtain the sun drop. And just like that, we're good. And now, bear in mind it works on every class of the same monster, so specifically speaking, we're not a man-eating grass, but we would still talk with one because we're a fellow plant. I don't know why they call me grass. Man-eating flower sounds better to me. Yeah. So yeah, so long as you are that particular type of monster, they'll talk with you, go from there. And you know what rams love to eat? Premium chicken. Talk about living in the lap of luxury. Most monsters will also potentially give you hints on how to get other monsters. So if you find an enemy called a ram, use a gift capsule and give it premium chicken, and you'll likely get the monster transformation of that. Bear in mind with transformations, you always start at the lowest grunt level of them. Which, to be honest, makes sense, but you can level up into some interesting forms. To give an idea, there is also another transformation. Monster transformation.
When you get a monster change badge, you can transform into that monster. Use the main menu's character command to select a character, then Monster Transform. If you have a badge, you will be taken to the Badge Select screen to select the monster you'd like to change into. You'll be able to speak with other monsters of your own kind. Who knows what secrets you'll uncover? You can't get badges that easily. You have to figure out a way to defeat the right monster first.
Yep. So you need to know what the monster is and what it likes. And of course the video gives you now about monster badges
enemies
themselves.
While changed into a monster, and the badge's skill level will increase. When the experience bar is full, the badge's level goes up. At a certain point, you'll be able to change into the next grade of monster. Plus, when you've reached the master level, you'll get a reward item from the badge. The reward depends on the badge.
So yeah. But of course, they're still monsters, so free experience is free experience. Like you see, now that we've upgraded our defense from doing stuff in the Georama, we don't take near the damage we used to. So we're able to just tank through it pretty easily. But bear in mind, the jump between dungeons can be kinda rough, so... And this is also the start of this dungeon, so... Start to end of a dungeon, the enemies actually get quite a boost in HP and attack power. Alright. But yeah. But yeah, folks, it's monster transformations. And bear in mind, you start out fairly weak. Like, it can be frustrating. And again, like you saw from the box, there are, how many? Up to 12 different transformations. Each one would have to be leveled individually. There's no communal level regarding it. And 12 different forms you would have to level individually. 12 different forms you have to pick class changes on. Yeah. And just to show off. Yep, guarded. Yeah. With our basic stab. Our basic sap attack. Yep. 3 damage. Yeah, no. Yeah, but that's why it's like... Most people just ignore the transformations unless they were absolutely necessary. Just because it's gonna be quicker just to... That being said, the master transformations are fairly nice. But yeah. Alright. But yeah. Overall, it is very much one of those cases where it's an interesting mechanic, it's not implemented well. That being said, it was ambitious. And I definitely would love to see another game take a crack at that idea. And implementing it more effectively would not be that hard, in my opinion. The key thing here is, honestly, it builds into one of the things I would love to see if they ever got to be like a director for a Dark Cloud 3. It would be effectively... I would love to work with the monster transformation and turn it into something bigger. Where you're playing sort of an technically inhuman monster, or at least a humanoid monster. And like rather than having it be individualized, like each of the monster types you transform into can be, you know, leveled differently, but each one is also more viable. I don't know. Because in my head, because there's so much of a focus on travel and seeing the world, I kind of imagine Dark Cloud 3, you would basically be playing like a member of a circus troupe. Huh. Heal my weapons. Nice. Working with parts of a circus troupe. That would basically... and you recruit people by adding on to your carriage, like your baggage train. Like, you would actually be traveling romaning style. Oh, and we're covered in sap. Even slow, we outpace the Himara. that speak to how slow and frustrating it is to play as one. Nice. Alright. Oh, so we can build hers up to a Shamshir. Can do some flame and lightning. I was gonna say, this definitely doesn't scale. Like, this game absolutely is, the difficulty of the area is the difficulty of the area. So, this definitely doesn't scale, like, the enemies don't change based on how strong you get. I can tell you that for 100%. This is one of those, you know, the enemies are relatively fixed, so, like, even with just the upgrades I've gotten now to, because bear in mind, the biggest thing that will help you is the defense buff. Yeah. So, is that defense buff we got on both Monica and Max. Because remember, we started with 4 defense, and Monica started with 8. We have already more than doubled, we've tripled and more than doubled our defense values, which means we take almost nothing now from many basic enemy attacks. Nice. Yeah, so the biggest problem with enemies when you...
Alright, that takes care of you guys.
One of the biggest issues I've always found with enemies is if you do the scaling thing of enemies scale to your level, after a while combat becomes incredibly samey. Because unless you make your enemies really dynamic, and even then, you can get frustrated because it's like, well, I know I can kill them. They're scaled to my level. There's no chance that this enemy with this amazing attack move will just land a one-shot kill. This game isn't designed like that. I think that's one of the tricks that a lot of RPGs miss is, if an enemy's scale to your level, then you need to make the enemies more dynamic in combat. Alright. The strange tree. Ah, this is where the trees get introduced. Like here, this isn't so bad. Because, like, a lot of the enemies have very unique attack styles, and some of the enemies have some really interesting potential threats. For example, Tors here, their attack methods are, they spawn these little trees that explode on you. However, our defense has now gotten high enough that spawning those trees doesn't mean anything. We still take some chip damage, but nowhere near to the degree we did before. Yeah. Where before, even 1-2 blast was going to kill us. Yeah. Now we're able to just power through. Yeah. Before I would have just relied on the ride pod, but because we've gotten those buffs, we're now able to stand toe to toe with them. But I will say that each dungeon has a significant power jump between each of them. So it tends to be pretty nice. speed, how are we looking? Yeah, we're almost up to 1,000. Alright. So yeah. Best example I can ever think of that is the Dragon Age series, where enemies just feel like they take way too long. Where there's just a point where enemies start taking so long to fight, I just don't care. Alright. Yep, get some experience on the ride pod. I remember my first time playing this game, I ended up only really leveling Max's and French. So I remember endgame was a frustrating time for me. Because the endgame of this game is definitely built for both Max and Monica to be needed. Over here. So... yep. It's one of those things, you're gonna need both of them. Alright, protector crystals. Those will come in handy. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have any soap on me, so I can't really fix Monica's slow at the moment. Alright. So we'll stick with Max for now. More wind crystals, finally! Speaking of... the bell trigger. Alright, still need more Cyclone for one of the forms. Now, also note, experience only goes to what delivers the final blow to an enemy. Oh yeah, I played it on the PS2 when it came out. So always bear that in mind. So if you want to weaken an enemy and finish it off with a weaker weapon just to... like that, to put up the experience on one particular weapon, go ahead. Another way to do it is if you use items, such as, let's say, bombs. So we'll take this off for a moment. The experience is actually divided evenly between both weapons you have equipped. So, it's one of those cases of, it is really just down to what you prefer. But yeah, weapons are a viable and actually pretty nice way to go through the game as well. And nothing back here. Alright, where did I miss a monster? Oh. Down to the south, must be? Yeah, no, there's another way to go down there. Okay. And note, one thing to note is status effects are actually persistent. And this here is a free heal. You can find it rarely in stages, and it cures even status effects. So if you don't have the item to cure something, go ahead. Use one of these unique healing points. They spawn randomly in dungeons. Yep, repair powder to keep us going. Also, chuck every rock you see. because there's a chance it has free items in it. Also chuck rocks at enemies, because it stuns them. Not always, not 100% of the time, but it's within reason. At a good number of enemies, chuck a rock at them. Especially if it's one of the big ones that's going to be a pain. There you go. Hit him in the head with a rock.
Looks like we got them all.
Other thing about this game, there are mimics. Mimics do count towards the monster number, though. So if you see no red dots on a map, one of the chests is inevitably a mimic. This game is smart enough to keep that in mind. And isn't cruel enough to fake you out. Also, if you're ever curious, you can go to Move and look up what the requirements for this area is. So, if we wanted to clear all the monsters in 4 minutes and 28 seconds, that's worth a medal. If we catch a 65 centimeter or larger fish in this area, that gets us a medal. And if we want to clear the stage attack and defeat all enemies using only items, that would get us another medal. Remember, Mayor Need exchanges medals for clothing. No, I will not, and I refuse. For anyone who is given it in their head, nope. Bear in mind, this healing does respawn after a few minutes, so that's always nice. But no, I will not be getting the risque Monica outfit. You can look that up on your own, you perverts, she's just a kid. I don't know how much, but I know she's just a kid. So, nope. Anyway, using the fairy saw to get out of here. And off to the next stage. Rolling shells. Oh, I've been playing games so long. My first console was a Sega Genesis. I went from that to the N64, to the PS2, to the PS3, 4, 5. Man. So unfortunately, it's one of those. There are plenty of games I missed out as a kid. I did go through a little emulation phase. I didn't play everything. I have done all the old SNES. I did emulate all the old SNES Final Fantasies. And a bunch of old RPGs from there. I'm your typical nerd. I played through a whole lot of games, because hell, I even worked in a game store at one point. Yep. Ah, the turtles. Now that Max is no longer sealed on here, you guys are fucked. Because Max's wrench is what they're weak to. Yep. Ow. They still hurt pretty decently. Amazing that a gun does that much against the skeleton. I thought you guys took half damage from piercing attacks. Anyway. the hell, throw him a bomb. Just cause. Don't ever be too hesitant. Nothing in this game is too good to use. Nice. Ow. More Sea Dragon crystals. Both good to use and to sell, since they sell for 75 gil a pop. Repair our hammer. Well, wrench. Yeah, that is one of the most effective tactics, is just do the spin attack, knock an enemy on their ass, and then just pop them a couple of times to finish. Double tap to finish him off. Max is cold-blooded, make no mistake. When it comes to monsters, Max is just absolutely brutal. Oh, and as far as getting through stages to get the times to beat enemies, there'll be easier ways to do it later, but my suggestion, use the ride pod. It's the easiest way to do it. Like, once you get certain weapons, it is literally just a matter of rolling through the stage. Like, you don't even really have to stop. But we'll see those weapons later. Oh, there we go. Ride pod down. And like I warned you before, there are stages where you'll have a white scene where you're not able to heal. If one of these doesn't spawn, my suggestion will actually be to just use the ride pod for that stage. Just have a couple of fuels, ride through. Because refueling the ride pod does not count as healing. Which I'm sure is a mechanic they did specifically. Like, that doesn't even feel like an oversight. That just feels like a specific, go ahead. Let's see. Oh yeah, flame stones. You'll find various stones across the game. Yep. Toss them. They don't get the best damage, but they're a little more common than stuff like improved bombs and such. They're usually less expensive and more commonly dropped by the elemental enemies. So, to that point, yeah. Just keep working things out. Alright. Destruction crystals. Alright. That's the last one.
Looks like we got them all.
Oh. I think we're in a good enough position. I think we build up. Yep, to the Shamshir. Distinctive curved blade, easy to handle. So from here, we need more attack, smash, and beast. Note that the level up progression carried over. So, and nice thing is when there's no monsters on the field, you can move to the next area without having to go lose any money. You can leave the dungeon, because normally if you do so it would cost you money, but if all the enemies are gone, the game kind of gives you a hand wave and goes, yeah, get out of here. So, we now have everything we need to face the boss. But Oh, nice thing is with the Georamas, if you look up the answers, yes, you can get your Georamas to, you can actually jump over requirements. If you know what you have to do, the game will perfectly allow you to do it without, and lets you fill it out however you need to. So you don't have to do, like, you don't have to unlock it with a Geostone to accomplish a goal. If you do it by accident, so be it. Alright, and now that we have a blade that's been upgraded twice, let's see. Let's talk to Mullane. Be my friend! Nope. Okay, so it's twice from that level. So we actually need to get the Shamshir up to its next form. Okay. That's fine. And actually, since we're here, let's actually head down to... Hang on, I have enough, right? Oh, I don't have the capsule. What am I thinking? Yeah, we don't have a gift capsule. Like, I know I have enough cheese, right? Yeah. Because I was going to say, we could get the rat transformation. But yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Well, let's show that off anyway. So, the underground channel, the underground area, the dungeon, to the outside world. Alright. Because I figure, let's show off what the Himara can do. As long as the Himara has its HP, you're fine. You're not on a timer or anything in the transformation, it's purely based on HP. So this is the first dungeon of the game, so this will be the easiest place to show off what the Himara can do. So the sap shot slows down enemies, and then get the floral spin for the 2-hit kill. Battle wrench. Monsters cannot pick up items, they just have their attacking abilities. Yep. So yeah, lowest level of the enemies, so you have to start at the lowest level. You get a little stat buff every... Yep. Get a little stat buff after each level, but it is just the slow process of leveling up. And there is actually a ability you can get that will improve the amount of... Oh, and treasure chest seems to be locked. This is one of the trap chests. So we do have a treasure chest key. These are a little rare early on. It will let you bypass a treasure chest. However, basically you can try forcing it. However, you're guaranteed to trigger one of the traps. If it's exploding, you'll actually... Naturally, it explodes and does damage to you and you lose whatever's in it. If it's poison, well, you get poisoned, but you still get the item. If it's a weapon destroying, it was an exploding. Yep. So, sucks. Alright. Oh no, it is timed. I forgot. Yeah, it is timed. My apologies. And the time resets every time you leave and come back to the dungeon, so... Yep. So yeah. place to just get random resources. Because treasure chests are literally just really random, so... Again, selling off... Getting plenty of crystals and selling them off is not a bad idea for some money. Because money tends to be at a little bit of a premium in this game. Nothing Grinding Hand can't help him fix, but... Yep. Nice. There we go. And yeah, like I said, you have to change back to human form to trigger the gambling, so let's see. Nope, devil. It was already pretty low anyway. Alright, back to the monster. But yeah, basically this is where you'll have to come to start leveling up a monster. There are other ways, like you could... Remember me mentioning that the last hit is all that matters for determining what gets the EXP. The same comes as if Monica kills an enemy, and then you transform. That works as well. However, that means you keep stuttering as you get through the transformation, so I don't know, time-wise, it just feels like that's a bit of a waste. You're probably going to be better off just staying as the monster and working on enemies your low level. Yep, and there's still a few more. And naturally, every so many levels... Oop. You know, you get the transformation. But you're never going to be using the transformations in place of using Max and Monica themselves. Their weapons just get stupidly powerful by comparison, compared to what the monster transformation. Hell, there's a point where even the ride pod feels unnecessary. Nothing resentful about that, just, nah. I'll just as soon play as Max, it's faster. Yep. Remember, each successive level takes a little longer. So, in Mara level 2, you have an attack of 9 and 4 defense. Yep. And no special line for when you're a monster and defeat all the enemies. And yeah, it's just that simple. But yeah, this is about where you'd start with most monsters once you get their transformation. So yeah, we still have a little bit of time before we'll be able to get Mullane. But that's not the worst. The key item in this area is a key handle. Open it up, and off we go. We cleared the finish without healing goal, but I'd already done that. Aside from that, yeah. But that's how you deal with the monsters, and is one of the more time-consuming aspects that a lot of people skip over. Because, I'll be perfectly honest, outside of getting the Sun Drop, I don't think the monster is ever required to advance the story. So, just bear that in mind. And we are up to 1600. So actually, we're gonna head over to Max's house. Because there was their butler who wanted some money for a rare book he wanted. So let's go talk to him and see. We have the 1,000 Gilda he asked for. You won't believe this. The price has gone up to 1,200 Gilda. But could you possibly get a hold of 1,500? There's someone who will pay 1,800. If I don't bid about 2,000, there's no way. Well, we need some more money. So, well, like we said, there's those crystals, and yeah, we should be able to scrape together 2,000 Gilda. Just gotta head into town to sell some stuff off. But yeah, folks, by and large, this is what it ends up being. Just wander around, do what you gotta do, and push the story ahead when you can. This is a very comfy game, a very comfy adventure. So we can sell off the battle wrench because we don't need it. Then, like, we have 17. So we can sell off 4 of them. That puts us at 2,000. Nice. So let's take care of that. Help our butler out, and then we'll also need another 1,000 Gilda to do get the paint for our barn, and that'll be yet another person on our list. All said and done. In addition, I believe, well, we have this special flower, and someone said they were looking for a picture of a special flower. So that'll be another one to do. Yeah, what can I do? It's yours. Here's 2,000 Gilda. Go straight to the auction. And yeah. And for any who hasn't seen, yeah, this is Max's house. Max's family is loaded, even though it's really just him and his dad. I think it goes without, it doesn't ever say it outright, but I believe his dad owns the town mine. So, we just leave and come back, and our butler's there. Thank you so much. I made a successful bid. I bid strong and everyone else dropped out really quickly, so I got it for 1,400. 600 back. And Stuart has joined us. So that's something. Let's see. Trying to think. What else? So, we should be able to go to Sydney. Pick up. Let's see. Yeah, we should have more than enough to be able to get that gold paint. Because that's just a story condition item. Comes from a giant tree, yeah. Not many trees bigger than Jurak at this point. shop. Leave the eateries open as well. Alright. Yeah, so let's see. Six of them, so I can get the gold paint to recruit Parn. And from there, we also want to save money to get ourselves some indestructible coins. Basically, I want 4 of them. 1 for each of our weapon slots. Because I'll basically be using the main weapons, our main weapons, and transforming them. And the nice part is, depending on the way you do things, you can keep that for most of the game. So, the longer we have our weapons, like the extra attack power is nice, yes, but you lose HP with every swing. So I personally am always a fan of indestructible, increasing our durability. So, we want 6,000 Gilda. Alright. Oh, bear in mind, cute little thing, you can't move in the future. You can't directly change, you have to go back to the past. And then we can go. Alright. So, once more back up. Give that gold paint to our friend, the magical artist. So yeah, more than likely, that's something I may do on my own off screen, is get the 6,000 Gilda and put a coin on each of those of our weapons. And the gold paint. A magic artist paint made from the shell of a golden egg. So this is golden paint. I'll try it straight away. She's real. She's real. Amazing. She's perfect. Hi, I'm Julia. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks, Max. I haven't forgotten my promise. Please use my power whenever you want. Both Parn and Julia. Nope, Julia went to the train immediately. Alright. So, that's 2 new people. We got the butler. No, that's 3 total. I'm just trying to think of anyone else. Still need to catch the fish. I'm not too worried about the fish at this point. So, let's head to Sindane Station and show off what we just got access to. I played bits and pieces of them. I never finished any of the Mother games. No, wait, that's not true. I did beat Mother 1. That's right, I did beat that. I beat Mother 1. I did not beat Mother... I never played Mother 2, and I only played a bit of Mother 3. Now, the butler we have heals you automatically and will sell you shoes for max. So the way the butler works is he passively heals you as you go through the dungeon up until he runs out of skill points. So that can be quite useful. Let's see. I think Parn and Julia are further back on the train, further up. Because naturally they're together. Nope. Oh, nope, then that's the top of the train. But yeah. And since we're passing through it... Hey, Ferdinand, come here for a second. You'll see that all his skill points have built back up. So... give me chicken. I go back to the train. It wasn't a matter of appeal. I was also playing at someone else's house for Mother 3. Mother 1 was definitely an experience to have, and it was very dry wit, kind of cute humor. I definitely appreciated it, but it was just kind of a... I don't know. It just didn't quite... It wasn't like a life-changing experience or anything. View abilities. You can escape dungeons at any time, and will sell you paint. So Parn is able to basically paint you out of a situation. He also sells what is surprisingly useful, paints. This will come in handy more than you realize. Especially since one of the things we wanted to make, the clown body, needed a bunch of scraps of metal and green paint. The clown hand. We need... Okay, this should be easy. 10 black paint, 5 green. Okay. So we'll sell... yeah, the ride pod fuel. And... black paint, 5 green. Alright, so then we're able to make the clown hand. Ride pod arm made to look like a clown's hand. Note it uses slightly more capacity than the regular. And the regular arms have 60 attack with 50 smash. The clown hands have 100 attack with 50 chill. It attacks in a similar manner, but it is slightly better. Also, Julia bewitches, charms enemies within a certain range, and will sell you armbands. Again, she sells the indestructible coin, which, yes, thank you, and just a basic magic brassard. So, and... hi, Granny. Granny, can you do me a favor? Make me some more cheese. Get some cheese. Cheese is a fantastic healing item. Fairly good restoration of health when eaten. And one more. Let's go outside, talk to Eric, get some bombs. Especially since those bombs are so expensive. Speaking of expensive stuff, how much to upgrade the ride pod again? Of course we're short by 42 experience. Okay. Because, remember, the core is what allows us to equip various items. At the party, make me some bombs. Alright. And I believe it's always improved bombs. Yeah, it's always the improved bombs. which puts him miles ahead of Soma. Yeah, those are the best damage output we're going to have for a long time. So that's one of those, and we'll just take that. So yeah, we do have everything we need now. Except Mayor Need himself, because he increases the money we get. Alright. Oh, and actually, Cedric fixed the ride pod. Alright. Hate that it always defaults to the no option. Alright. This is a geostone. Alright. Off we go. More exploration, more goodies. Guns, weapon HP down further. And the entrance and exit are right next to each other. So we just need to find where we... So at least it won't be easy. At least we won't really get lost. Yay, flame crystals. Love to see them. Yeah, you can hit molars even while they're underground, so despite what it looks like, yeah, you can hit them. And yeah, their shot curses you, but curse is such of a minor status effect I don't worry about it too much. For those curious, curse basically means I'm not allowed to change the weapon. But, well, we're right here, so might as well get the free heal. Not that I really intend to switch up my, weaponry that much anyway. Rough rock. Alright. Nice. And the gun. We don't have to reload it, we have to repair it. Because, you know, it's totally just... Repairing it is totally just putting more bullets in. God. Watching certain people's heads explode with that kind of statement would be hilarious. That's not repairing it. Does it work without the bullets? No. Then I'm repairing it. No, you're reloading it. That's not repairing it. Technically it is. Oh, mimic. It's the same way that certain defining what is a soup becomes a very dangerous statement. Don't know what I mean. Look up a YouTuber by the name of Pirate Software and ask him what is a soup. The difference between a soup, a lasagna, and a bolognese. Either way. It's always fun to send people down rabbit holes. It's one of the reasons I love to recommend people anime. Because especially, like I remember one kid I was working with, the one guy I work with, he was trying to get the one kid to watch some anime. He's like, yeah, but I'm not sure about this thing, and he tried to send him to watch Attack on Titan because it was, one of the most famous. And I'm like, okay, now tell me what you're actually into, and I'll give you an actual suggestion. Oh, Gladius. Trap chests generally have nicer items. So I was like, okay, so what do you actually enjoy watching? I remember him going, like crime and criminal dramas. I'm like, okay, so, like, do you take it seriously, or do you prefer, like, more lighthearted, like, comedic comedy stuff, criminal stuff? And I ended up on suggesting him Psycho-Pass, which he has been enjoying and loved. I'm like, yeah. That's why I'm happy to see that he's enjoying it. And it's just one of those things that always remind me, it's like, when suggesting a show, don't just suggest something you personally enjoy. Ask the person what they enjoy and what they've been, learn what the person's tastes are. Because that's what's important is, well, what do they want to watch? I know for me, my tastes are tragedy and fucked up. Like, that is usually what I prefer most. I mean, some of my favorites are something like, The Case Files of Lord El Malloy II, Grace Note Rail Zeppelin. Yes, that is a full title of it. Happy Sugar Life, which, that title alone should either trigger something or make you go, the fuck kind of show is that? I love Fucked Up. Yep, and there's the minute. I should give Monica some more time to work on her sword.
Looks like we got them all.
Alright. But yeah, finding out what someone's actual tastes are and what they would actually enjoy is always part that I see a lot of people miss. Because, like, with the criminal drama, are you more looking for, like, the dynamic of, are you looking to just enjoy what the dynamic of the criminal trying to get away with something versus the detective trying to figure everything out? Are you looking for, something like over the top to see, like, trying to figure out the criminal mastermind's plan? What are you looking for? Noise in the forest. And that's always the interesting bit, is figuring out what people's tastes are and what they honestly want out of a show. I mean, like I said, I prefer I enjoy tragedy, so, nothing for nothing. Like, one of my absolute favorites, and it's a bit cliche to say, is Cowboy Bebop. And then the anime fan rolls their eyes and goes, well, of course. I'm like, no, you have to understand, what I enjoy about it is that it is a tragedy from the ground up. And I'm sure someone probably unsubscribed just from that no-shit statement. Okay, Smashing Beast. I forget, the Garnet? No, that's the Chill Exorcism scale. Okay. So, let's do... 2 Smash, 2 Beasts. Might as well. It's like, because every anime fan will say something like Cowboy Bebop or, you know, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's like, well, of course you're going to suggest those. Yeah, I get it. To a lot of people, they're overplayed and overhyped. And I understand why. For a lot of us, those shows were actually... Going in blind and not knowing what to expect, those shows were absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Nice thing is, only one of the Tor's explosions will hit you. Typically speaking, what ends up happening is the first one explodes and then you have invincibility frames that protect you from the rest of the successive explosions. But, earlier on, before we had the defense buffs, those explosions would have hit hard enough it wouldn't have mattered. We get to finally show off what the Clown Fists do. No, they swing the exact same way. But they do hit a bit harder. Yay, more power crystals. Love these. They just give you raw attack power. Anyway. But yeah, it's one of those things where I've watched so much stuff, because one thing I enjoy most, and one of the reasons I stopped watching regular TV, is because I love a story that actually goes somewhere and has stakes and isn't just well, that's life, ha 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 ha. Because that's what it feels like a lot of sitcoms are, is, well, doesn't this suck, or this is life. Hell, since I'm gonna lose subscribers anyway, let's use the easy statement.
Which shall it be? Very good.
Yellow box.
Here you are.
Yeah, magical Brissard. What we can sell. Here, since I'm gonna lose subscribers anyway, let's go piss off everybody. South Park's overrated. It's not that fucking funny. Yes, I haven't watched it in over a decade. Because I didn't find it funny in the past, and I still don't find it. Whenever anyone describes it, all I hear is just really bad equivalent of shit jokes. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I read manga. Webtoons is one of my most used apps on my phone. Like, I love to read. Both manhwa, manga, story, like even regular books. I know, shocking. It's one of those things where, but it's just one of those things that gets me sometimes, is the plethora of media there is to consume, and people's absolute refusal to acknowledge anything but that you can't just like watch on that or Netflix. Oh yeah, by the way, nope, because healing is not, yep, just had to show that off. Yeah, the heal spot does not in fact heal the bride pod. Bombs, the map, okay. Alright, just 2 more enemies in the last little area and we're all set. But yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, since I'm gonna lose subscribers anyway. I just find it overrated. And yeah. I guess the best phrase I can ever use to describe it is the lowest common denominator of humor, to me. Like, okay, it can be funny, but there's nothing particularly noteworthy about anything you just said. Well, then again, remember, I work retail, so I have to deal with all the people. Well, if there's no price on it, it's free, right? Would you please shut the fuck up? I have to deal with that on a daily basis, so... yeah. It's the same kind of thing where...
Alright.
if your comments resemble that, I stop caring. Like, that's the point where I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not interested anymore. But yeah. If you make the same tiresome joke every day, then I want nothing to deal with it. Like, my personal idea of hell is, if I have to pick anything, would be the equivalent of being stuck in the famous scene from King of the Hill, where it's just four guys with nothing to say to each other, standing in a line, drinking beers. There is no conversation actually happening, there is nothing actually transpiring, it is just four idiots standing in a line. And it's just kind of like, do you understand how boring that has to be? Like, at all? Alright. So... let's... okay. Upgrade the ride pod. Get the new core. Alright. So what that allows us to do is now equip these Cannonball Arm 2, which is even stronger, 100 attack, 80 smash, and that puts us at 108 of 120 capacity. I kind of want to make the Clown Body because I think it's stronger than the... yeah. You'll note the core, experience. Basically, that's additional base defense you can add to your ride pod. You use that, and you acquire that from those shield kits that Cedric sells. Starting at 600 and keeps going up. Yep. So, only body we know of that we can make is the Clown Body, and we'll need 6 more hunks of copper and 36 scraps of metal. So let's go to Conda. Okay. So we need up to 6 hunks of copper. Was it 36 scrap metal? Okay, and then paint. We need 10 green paints. Alright. So we can sell... what do I have the most of? Okay, 10 green paints. So we can now go into make, have all the materials, use them up, and we've made a Clown Body. Clown Body, which now has our standard body. Steve Body is 6, and 12. We have doubled our defense. There we go. So, our machine's a little faster, a little stronger, and we're a little more protected. Alright. Upgrades all around. Alright. So yeah. And the reason I want those repairs is because end of the day, let's see. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have time to do the boss because I gotta start getting ready for work. So we'll leave it off here today, folks. I want to thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of Dark Cloud 2. I hope you all have been enjoying, and join me next time on this, or maybe something else. We'll see how the day goes. Anyway, folks, thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, my voidlings. Bye for now.